We begin tonight with new information about possible radioactive contamination in St. Louis County. Now, the state is ordering more testing.
It all centers around the Westlake landfill in Bridgeton, which contains World War II era nuclear waste. 5 on your side's PJ Rendawa is live in the newsroom with details. PJ?
That's right. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources tested stormwater runoff near the landfill and found levels of radioactive alpha particles higher than what's allowed in drinking water. Now, the question on residents' mind is whether the findings could put them in danger. The state sampled stormwater runoff April 30th as heavy rain pounded the St. Louis area. Its findings are concerning to those who live near the landfill and fear radioactive waste may migrate off the site during storms.
I'd like it to just be an irrational fear as opposed to finding out that it's actually getting out there and could be harming people.
Doug Clemens is the chairman of the Westlake and Bridgeton Landfill Community Advisory Group. His group works closely with the Environmental Protection Agency to spread information to people living and working near the sites. The results of the state's testing have him concerned about the potential contamination of drinking water.
These wastes will accumulate someplace, and we're wondering what kind of health concern that's going to mean for those of us downstream.
The EPA, which oversees the Westlake landfill, says ingesting alpha particles can damage living tissue. But the agency says it's too early to tell what the findings mean because the particles haven't been linked to a specific kind of waste found in the landfill. The state is ordering further testing to learn more. EPA officials believe the stormwater runoff flows through drainage ditches to a nearby pond, but couldn't definitively rule out the possibility of some of the alpha particles reaching the drinking water sources in the Missouri River. Clemens is hoping the results will spur the EPA into further action.
What we're expecting the EPA to do is finally do what we've been asking them to do for years, and that is do off-site testing in a thorough grid pattern.
Well, EPA officials have done testing at an athletics complex and homes near the landfill. They maintain none of those findings, and those tests indicate a threat to the public. Republic Service, the company that owns the landfill, says the state's findings are not a concern because the runoff is not drinking water. Back to you.
All right, thank you, PJ.